Yo, welcome back to Quincy Bowl TV. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Big up to Mandem in the building. Welcome back for another episode of LFC Vibes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, my people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's vibe, let's vibe. You know the deal. We are seven subscribers away from 500 people. Let's make it happen today. Let's make it happen today. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. You could have been doing anything, but you are here with me. I don't know where you are in the world, but hope you are doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Today, we're just going to vibe about the preseason that's about to start. Tomorrow is the first preseason match versus Preston. So we would like to talk about, kind of catch everybody's vibe on what they are expecting with this upcoming preseason. What people want to see, who do you want to see in terms of tactics, formation, like everything gearing to the new season. What are your expectations? So, yeah, man, we're going to talk about all that. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button as you're coming in. And if you haven't, please subscribe. We are 7 away. Our goal is to do those call-in show that you guys wanted to do. So that's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. So people, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk. But before we start with the show, all right, before we start with the show, big up to Liverpool, big up to LFC. I mean, a lot of fans been talking about this, right? Let's retire number 20. Let's retire number 20. And I told people, leave Liverpool, take care of business. Liverpool knows what to do. They always take care of the business. This is not our first rodeo. We've been through this before, and they always do the, in terms of situations like this, they will do the right thing. You know what I mean? So, I'm glad that Liverpool did it. That's not how we want them to do it, but strategy came in and they did the right thing. So big up to LFC for doing that, retiring or immortalizing the number 20. And from what we're hearing, it's gonna be across the board, meaning the whole LFC number 20s is done. From the academies to the women's side. All of it is done. So big up to Mandem in the building. We got N90 is in the house. Big up yourself, man. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Honesty is in the house. He says Newcastle are hoping to finally land striker Yuga Ektikike in a huge statement of ambition. Yes, sir. Liverpool want a striker, and Alex Isak is their number one. LFC is trying to negotiate a deal, now including a player in exchange, coming from who? Jorge Piquen. We have a beautiful club and fans. We have some goofballs too, of course. Of course. That counts with the territory, man. Every club have those type of situations. So it counts with the club. I say counts the club. It counts with the territory. When you're as big as Liverpool is, a lot of times you get a lot of undesirable situations and people. So that's why it always happened. But no, big up on that note though. What was it? Was it on Wednesday that we talked about it? And Rasta was telling us a whole bunch of negativity. I think the Kennel also was there too. I know you, Kennel. I saw your what do you call it? Your burner account. Yeah, so Ekitike to Newcastle. That's interesting. If it does happen, it does happen. You know the rumors is going to go on a hyper gear. The rumors going to go on hyper gear. But yeah, man. So yeah, this is a breaking news. Florian Wirtz is set to make a Liverpool debut. Tio Squad from the Echo. Does he have the lineup already? Napoli have decided to abandon the Darwin Núñez operation due to cost being too high. Yeah, what did they expect? I don't think that thing. I think that's made up. I think it's coming from Napoli Hub. That's just somebody doing a lip service for somebody. I don't think that is true. They're still negotiating. From last time they sent the 43 million plus add-ons, they knew Liverpool already giving them the price. So I don't believe that. I think they're gonna still negotiate until we hear that it's done. And remember, Napoli is not the only club that is negotiating with Liverpool. There is also a couple clubs that are also negotiating now. It happens to be that Napoli is his favorite destination. So I'm just saying. He said Real Madrid officially denied that they are going to sign another center back, as this was a plan for next summer. But now, after the Club World Cup, everything has changed. And Real Madrid needs more than a center back. They thought that they could always dilly-dally around. The game has changed. They need more than a center back. I know it has to do with the rumors that's going on with Ibu. Ibu ain't going nowhere. Liverpool will rather have him go for free than sell him this year. Rio Ngumoha is set to sign a new contract with Liverpool, up turning 17 in August. Yes, sir. Let's get Isak done now. That's what I'm talking about, Z. That's what I'm talking about. I've been telling people. Don't worry, it's coming. That bomba is coming. It's going to break the internet. Question, we get Isak. Do you think they sell Darwin to Saudi? They still go for another striker or Isak and Rodrigo? Well, if we get in Rodrigo, that means Diaz is leaving. We lost number 20, so we have to replace that. And Núñez. So technically, Liverpool needs two strikers. Rodrigo is not a striker. Rodrigo is a winger. So if Rodrigo happened to be signed, that means somebody on the left or right is leaving. Now, there is a possibility that they could say, you know what? We're not going to sign another striker. We will just bring Rodrigo in because Gakpo can still play up top. Don't forget, Gakpo is also a striker. He happens to play better when he's on the left. So there is a possibility that could happen. Big up to Anfield Irish man. Big up yourself, man. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well this wonderful weekend. How's everything going? And if you are available, brother, let me know. Everyone is cooking Madrid because PSG cooked them. But then forget, PSG will be a problem for everyone in Europe. Yes, they are. Marcus said Rodrigo don't want to leave. It will be hard to sell a player who don't want to move. Marcus said talks a whole lot of rubbish. So if there's one publication that does most lip service for their club, is Marca and AS Sport. AS Sport does it for Barca, Marca does it for Madrid. So they will say anything that is being told for them to say. But this is the thing. We're going to move on and talk about, the preseason tomorrow. First preseason not the first preseason under slot. This is his second preseason. However, this is his first preseason that he gets his entire squad ever. I mean, we were hoping that the circumstances would have been better than what it is right now, but this is what the card that he's been dealt with. So he has to manage it. There is some, of course, changes, right? There's been a lot of changes in the club right now. Of course, we're bringing Verts, we're bringing in Frimpong, we're bringing in Kirkers. Mamash Deville is coming in, and I believe there's another goalkeeper that I'm forgetting his name who came in for free. Now, for me, I've said it a long time ago. People I want to see besides the first team squad, of course, the Verts and the Kirkers and them, but Rio is one of the players that I want to see. Young Trey is one of the players that I want to see. And then the center back, Alfred Irishman. Remind me his name again. He's a Spanish kid with a British Irish name. Woodman. Thank you. That's him, right? That's the center back, the young center back that they think that he could be the next one to come into the first team squad. He just signed a new contract, professional contract, I believe, 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago. Yeah, those are the three people. He said no keeper. Okay. Didn't we get a keeper? Welty. Yes, Welty. That's the one. Welty Lucky. Yes, him. He's a Spaniard with an Irish name, right? That's him. Yes, big kid, strong. They say he's been a great center back. He's like almost the size of Joey. Yeah, Woodman is the keeper. Yes, I had it all mixed up. Yes, Woodman is the keeper. I think he's the free goalkeeper we signed recently. I think they actually believe he is going to be the number 3 goalkeeper because Yaros is moved on. He's in one of the European clubs on loan. So Woodman he's a very experienced goalkeeper from what we heard. And he's going to be number 3. Mamash Javili is number 2. Of course, the best goalkeeper on the planet, Allison, is the number 1. But Welity is one of the players I want to see. This kid is, from what we've read, he is solid. Like, he is literally ready to be in the first team squad. So maybe we might not get what they're saying, 2 center backs. We might get 1 because I think Gehi is still in play. Joey is not going anywhere, so the possibility of him playing games and covering for let's try again. Having issues sending the link. Oh, there we go. Now it's sent. So, yes, Yaros went to Ajax. He's actually a very good goalkeeper. Yaros is a very good goalkeeper, actually. When we played against Brighton, he was pretty good. I mean, the idea is he needed more game time. For having a good Liverpool, we get blessed with these goalkeepers. But the problem is they are behind the best goalkeeper on the planet, plus his number 2, that a lot of times people have said, oh, let's sell Allison and keep Kelleher. Silly rabbits. Yeah, so Willity, for me, those are the 3 players that I want to see. Willity, Young Trey Young, that is, and Rio. Those are the 3 players that I want to see tomorrow. And I believe the manager usually under Klopp, what Klopp will do is the first preseason match, he will allow the kids to play. He plays a lot of the kids and then decide the ones that are going to continue with the squad to go into the preseason matches. So I really want to see the kids, those 3, and look at how they respond to playing against, adults. Because I feel like those 3 kids are ready to play. They're ready to play. I know some people are worried that you don't want to rush them too fast and da 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 da. Bro, these kids, if you don't play them, you're never gonna know how good they are. You don't want to wait till they're 21, then you be like, oh, go play with the adult. That's too late. They have to have experience. They have to learn how to play with and against adults. Because if they wait till now or they wait till later, their development is gonna also take longer. This is the time. Once in a while, yes, they're not gonna be playing every week in, week out. No, that's not what we're saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they need to be incorporated, trained. They're already training with the first team squad, but they need to be played more often with the first team squad so that we see how far their development is. Because every year we get this thing of a youth will come from the academy, we'll get excited, and then they disappear. You know what I mean? They're just gone. We were like, okay, what happened to this kid? There's a list of Liverpool players that we were like, wow, this is going to be the next one, next exciting kid. And then they go on loan. And we know Liverpool, usually when the player goes on loan, it's basically a dead zone for them. So I want to see these kids get more opportunity playing with the adult. Yes. So we got Anfield Irishman with us. People, big up. Go to his channel and subscribe. If you haven't, please do so. This man, I'm telling you, man, hard-working man out here, man. He makes us in the streets look like we are not doing nothing. So big up yourself, Irishman. Thank you for joining me. How you doing, sir?
It's too hot. It's too hot. It is. It's too hot. It's nearly
Brother.
30 degrees. That's not right here. That's not normal here.
Oh, well, California yesterday. That's why I don't believe these media, what's it called, these weather people. 2 days ago, we hit 97. They were like, oh, it's going to drop. Brother, yesterday, we were still at 97. It was so hot that the air, it was cloudy. That's how hot it was. So you will get a mixture of humid and nasty air. In terms of degrees, in the American terms, how hot is it over there, man? I'm seeing this all over social media.
I'll tell you in a sec.
Give us these dumb Americans, who decide to stick with the
86.
86?
86.
I don't want to laugh at you guys, but come on. 86. We are in the 90s.
We're Irish, we're not used to it. Like, I think 80 is probably, like 86 is 30. Sort of 25, 26 is normally as hot as it gets. But it's starting to change. It's starting over the last couple of years now. Yeah, we have been getting up to 90 and stuff. Food. So
nasty.
Nasty. But I live very near the coast and the beach.
Yeah.
So there's always a lot of sea breeze. So when you have that, it never gets too hot when you have that sea breeze always there. Like you're not in a city. So for it to get this hot just out here on the coast is a little bit unusual.
No, I mean,
I like it though. I like it. Dogs don't like it. Dogs don't like it.
No, not too many people like those kind of weathers. It's sometimes, man, anything above 85, it starts to get unbearable. It gets unbearable.
You want to be able to play golf, or you want to be able to play football. You want to be able to
can't do nothing.
Brother. You just sit there.
And then if it's humid, if the humidity was a factor part of it too, oh my God. You walk outside and you sweat. And look at Ozan out here making fun of you guys, man. He said 86 degrees is nothing.
I'm sure. The hottest I ever had, hottest I think ever was when it was in Greece. Maybe I think it got up to like maybe plus. It would have been over 100, I suppose. I couldn't take that for too long, and it was nice for 2 weeks, but it's rough stuff.
Crazy. And you say can't even predict tomorrow's weather, yet they want to scam us with a climate change. uh 96, 97. Now we talking, bro.
There
Last
we
two
go.
days
There we
has
go.
last 2 days been like that. 96, 97, man. I'm in the office. You walk outside, it's like you walk into an oven. I'm like, oh, this is nasty. You know,
See,
you are in the car and you are tanning. That's how bad it is.
what you know what the thing is, well, because like in America,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying everywhere, right? But in most places that have this kind of heat,
Yeah.
you have aircon everywhere. Like aircon is just the most normal thing. Houses in Ireland don't have aircon
Mm-hmm.
because we don't need it.
Right.
So nowhere, you have to go into like a really nice shopping center or something like that to get some aircon.
Yeah.
So most people's houses in Ireland, it's not, I'll turn on the aircon. We don't have that. There's no such thing.
Mm-hmm. No, even here, America, recently now, when you build a house, it has been, I won't say by law is essential because heater by law is essential, right?
Yeah.
Now, America is not, they won't say it's essential, but nobody's buying or renting anything
If
if you
it,
don't have AC,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
It's like a car. Would you buy a car with no AC?
bro. You better, that
Your
thing better be.
last car you ever bought, man, if you took a trip through the desert, wouldn't it? You'd come melting. It will see you again.
You buy a car, man, especially in the summer. You know, this year actually, California, and even the US, the summer has been, this summer has been better than last year. Last year, oh my God. Around this time, we had 3 digits for 2 weeks straight. Now Texas, you hear about Texas flooding. I'm like, we get these weird weathers that come from nowhere. That makes no sense. That people don't even want to drive manual shift these days, bro.
Uh, Forget those people.
Man, that's crazy. But Irishman, back to football. Preseason starts tomorrow. Preston
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
FC. Like I was saying, in terms of like, what are you gonna? You are like tomorrow's game. No, let's use tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is just a training. What is storyline that you are looking at, like in terms of squad changes, young talent, new tactics? I don't think we're gonna see any new tactics tomorrow because tomorrow is just training. It's just training
Yeah.
with cameras. But like for me, I said Rio, Willity, and Trey. Those are the three kids. Three players I want to see how they develop.
Yeah, definitely Rio. I haven't seen any kind of lists, of
Mm-hmm.
people who definitely won't be there, or like, so I don't know the squad kind of. I can kind of guess who won't be there. I don't think you'll see, for instance, Diaz or Nunez.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you might see Florian Wirtz. I'm sure you probably will see. So that'll be nice. Obviously, it'll
Mm-hmm.
be nice to see him. But few new faces in terms of, yeah, who can we track? Who is
Yeah.
it that's got to the point where impress in this game and you might get to go on the tour kind of thing.
Right.
Impress on the tour, you
Mm-hmm.
might get into a couple of first team squads.
Yeah.
Impress in training, you might get a few minutes. And this is where it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think for a lot of us, I've been saying for a while, you talk about a player like Rio and people, I won't mention any names, but you know the names, the negative
Yep.
people. You know the negative people.
Yes.
If you, it's like he's only 10 years old, he's this, he's that,
Mm-hmm.
yada yada yada. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he is a kid, but like why can't we kind of not so much dream, or like why can't we think that maybe we might have a Pedri or a Lamal or
That's
whatever
my whole
in our
point.
academy? Why
That's my
can't
whole
we
point.
think like that? There's
That's
going
my
to be
whole point.
another Phil Foden. There's going to be another
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Then so why can't we hope that we have him and just let's give him a chance and see how he gets on? Because this is where it starts for these kids. You start him off, you give him his chance,
Mm-hmm.
and see how he goes. I'm a
Yeah.
really, 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 because there's a lot of talk about him being not wanting to block his path into the team
Yeah.
and keeping that lane open for him to
Mm-hmm.
get through. So he's obviously very highly rated. So this could be the year where I think we're sitting here at the end of the season. He has 10 appearances for the
Mm-hmm.
first team. I
Mm-hmm.
just mean 10 appearances across both cup competitions, 3-4 minutes here at the end of a Premier
Mm-hmm.
League game. But that's where this guy could be. And then, like you said, whether he lucky, I mean, if it would be nice to find out that we had an in-house replacement for Kwanzaa, wouldn't it? That we didn't have to go out to
Perfect.
market. That'd be
That's what I'm
nice.
looking. And Irishman, while you were speaking, I was thinking, I'm like, I think Liverpool, we have a problem here because 2 years ago I had a show. I said the state of our academy because I was like, why is it that we not turning these kids from our academy? If the business is to sell them, okay, cool. But can we get one or two, three coming out? We get one every like 3 years or so. Trent, and before Trent, who was it? Right. So Klopp comes up with a genius plan. Let's build that academy so that the manager can see them live rather than somebody else giving him a report. And then it works very well. But exactly what you said, people are so backwards these days. The football has changed, and people seems to be stuck in the same place of, oh, let's wait till they turn 21, then we bring him in. Unless he's exceptional like Pele, then be like, okay, let's start it. No, the kid needs to play. Right? They need to play. If they're good enough, they're old enough. The only way they're gonna develop proper is if they get opportunities. If they don't, ship them off. Don't waste any money on them. Let it be somebody else's problem and then buy them back later. But this team of
Jordan
not
Ibe, Jerome Sinclair, Harry Wilson, they were all supposed to be the next big thing. Didn't work. Boom. Okay, next. Let's try
next,
again.
yeah. Because yes, Rio is young, but he is the last pictures we saw, this kid has grown into a big man. He needs to at least get a few minutes here and there to get his, he has to had you go for you're looking for a job and they say we need a new graduate with 5 years experience. How the hell am I gonna get a 5 year experience when I just graduated? That is how Liverpool, because Liverpool fans, we have started to get accustomed of too many shiny toys. So the academy players, unless it's, I mean, let's be honest. If Klopp had not stand on his 10 toes, would anybody would have said let's put Trent in? Because Trent was given the same amount of what they call hype as any of the academy kids that was coming up, right? But Klopp was okay. Here it is. Let me throw it into the fire, and then look at him now. So we have to start giving these kids some chances, and the kids also, it's also up to them. You put it onto them. This is your chance. Prove it. If they don't, we move on. But we can't sit here and keep making excuses. Well, we don't want to rush him. They're only 17, they're only 18. But yet, that same people who are saying that, those negative people we're talking about, guess what they're talking about? Pedri, Gavi, and Liamel. Wow, they're so great. Look at that. I'm like, okay, what do you think would have happened if we use your analogy on them and said, no, they're too young. Let's wait till they're 21. Then what? So I'm not, and the problem is with the kids is sometimes they get stuck way too quickly. Okay, that's the problem. Right? That's the problem. Ozan said you don't want to see Amara Nalo. No, I want to see him, but Rio and those two gentlemen that I mentioned are the ones who are personally believe they're ready. And we've been seeing their development, in over 18 months now. Now, if there's somebody else out there that we don't know about, because we know some of us don't watch these kids as much as some people do, I want to see it. And that's why tomorrow's match is so pivotal to these kids to take it by the throat and say, you know what, Gaffer, take me with you to where they going? Japan or something like that. Now,
in Japan.
yeah, do you want to answer Dustin's question? He said, do you know why there's a 13 gap between our first two preseason?
Well, sorry, does he mean between tomorrow's game and then the one after that?
AC Milan, yeah. After that, we play AC Milan.
Well, because this is a separate game almost. This is just really a warm-up game. We played Preston a lot recently, and it's a little warm-up game before we go. So that the next friendly the one that's 13 days later is basically the first of the block of the away friendlies. This is just a warm up game at home that we have scheduled, and we do it most years. It's only like half an hour down the road to Preston. It's an easy trip for him to do. So it's yeah, it's not really this one is kind of like a separate. This is like a warm up game, and they're calling it a preseason friendly. Technically it is, but the other ones are actually the little tournament or whatever you want to call it, the little group friendlies. So that's why this is just a kind of a separate pre-tour warm up, I suppose. Get the lads together in England for a game, and then before they go away, then.
Yeah, I mean, and also we have to look at it this way. First week they don't really train really hard, right? I mean, this week is just what do you call it? Just trying to see where their body are before they start. I mean, yeah, Klopp used to run them with the lactate test. So the first week,
Hell week,
hell week, exactly. This is hell week. Now, when they go to Japan, that is also another form of hell week because it's very hot over there.
Oh Christ, yeah.
Yeah, the humid on that side that's why they used to come to the US because of the heat. Because that built, to build that hell week strength or whatever they call it. Then after that, you want to do play. Because I remember when I was coaching, I used to tell people 2 weeks you don't see the ball. We're gonna condition. But these days, these kids, you can't do that with them. If you start doing too many condition, they'll quit.
Yeah.
So you have to be creative and say, okay, how do I incorporate conditioning with and without the ball? So that's why I believe that they decide. I think the manager wants to build their condition and then build that unity. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have behind the scenes games. Yeah, man. So tomorrow, what do you think is going to be the manager's lineup? I mean, not lineup. I mean, that would be too much because I don't even know all the kids. But in terms of, say, new tactics, if you were taking a wild guess, what would you think about?
I think what we'll be looking at will be the fullbacks, even if it's not Kirkes and Frimpong.
Yeah,
they'll be doing what he wants Frimpong and Kirkes to do. So we'll get to see what that looks like. I think we'll play with back three in build up. Obviously, we won't start with a back three. We'll start with a back four or two fullbacks and two centre halves. But I think you'll see Grav or whoever starts in the Gravenberch position will drop in to make it three. You'll see interesting stuff happening going forward. Yeah, lots of new ideas. This is because number one, kind of where's Vert's going to play is the question, because he can play in three positions at a high level, three positions at an elite level. I would say he can play left, he can play in the pocket in the 10, and he can play as a false 9. What's he going to do with him? We don't know, but I think it'll be the fullbacks will be very interesting. I think we'll see us building up with a back three a lot. That'd be one thing, and then to see just how attacking, if we have a Frimpong, how attacking are you likely to allow a Kirkes to be? Are we going, is he going to be pushing up as well? Are we going to be going way, way up, like touchline? Like that new kind of thing that's coming in where you got fullbacks staying super wide, going right up the pitch. Well, it's not a new thing, but it's coming back around again.
Yeah.
Giving you two in the middle, so we're attacking almost like in a 3-5 kind of thing. It just with the three at the back, obviously not 3-5, but you've got two in the middle. So it could be if it's two number 10s. If it's two number 10s between a Gakpo and a Salah, you could have that until we bring in this. It's going to be very interesting because I think he's going to be. I think he will change it. There was, a lot of people, I keep calling him out for it. They were saying, there's no point trying to buy a new striker because we didn't feed Darwin. It's just saying, oh well, we don't play to Darwin's strengths. These are the Darwin fanboys. We don't play to his strengths. there's no point buying a striker. It's like, yeah, but
that.
you're just assuming that he's going to do exactly the same thing next year. He's not going to do exactly. He's going to do something. I think not radically different, but very different now. And Verts is going to be the key to that.
And I think because last year he started off the way he wanted to play, and then when we lost, he changed his mind real quick and said, "Okay, let me play what these people are comfortable with, but with a few tweaks." For me, let me answer Ozan. He said, Kwesi, weren't you a goalkeeper in the day? I dabbled into goalkeeper for a little bit. I broke my foot. So, well, I didn't break it. It was a bad dislocation. So I couldn't kick for about 2 years. So I decided to be a goalkeeper for a while. He said, I foresee 2 different 11s in the first and second half. I think probably going to be 3 different teams playing tomorrow because they I think after that, they moving straight. They're planning on going to Asia, so it's gonna take. He wants to see the entire kids, and then after that, he's just gonna stick with the main squad because as much as we think there's a lot of time, there's not that much time. They are not even playing that many games when they go preseason start. We have AC Milan, Yokohama, and the 2 games against Balboa on the same day. So this thing is coming. The season is coming real fast. Literally next month. 4 weeks it starts.
Quasi,
Yeah.
I mean, are you not? I mean, look, we have had some great success with our business this summer. We have, we can't complain.
Right.
But we definitely wanted 2 more on the plane, didn't we? We don't want, like, that to me in your perfect world, the guys that you're buying will be here now. If it was, let's just say Isak and Fofana, right? Say that was who we were getting. Isak and Fofana will be here now. Might play tomorrow or whatever, but they're on that plane.
Right.
They're going away with the lads. They're having that time to to integrate and to gel and to make friends and to get, all that stuff. I'm a little bit disappointed that we don't have a striker going with us, a new striker going with us to Japan, because that's a huge part of what we might be doing. And I think the club would have loved to have had that guy on board, whoever it might be at this stage.
Yeah. And I don't want to say it all kind of worked out. I mean, we still got 2 weeks, right? Due to the unforeseeable tragedy that we had, things kind of slowed down a little bit, right? But the machine never stopped. Liverpool machine is still turning in the background. It's just that now we kind of like, we close the curtain for a little bit, because when we hear that Liverpool are interested in somebody, trust me, the deal is almost done. Right? Same thing with everyone's, because they said they want us. No, and not to do because they want us. They didn't just woke up one day and say, I want to go to Liverpool. The deal was already in motion. So when the time came when they had to make a decision, they say, okay, this is the only club I'm going. So this all people like, the Verts, the same people who said Liverpool never spent 100 million Verts, and then later on they'll be like, the only reason why we got him because he wanted us only. You think like we were just sitting there tinkling our tongue, but then he said, you know what? I just want to go to Liverpool, and then Liverpool showed up. No.
Yeah, he didn't call us.
He didn't call us. We've been talking to them. The people
Sean Henry picks up the phone. He's like, hello, Florian Wirtz. Can I join Liverpool?
Some people think that that's how it works. The conversation has been going on for months. And then when the call was made, then we're like, okay, I want you guys. Can you guys make the deal? Yes, we can. Let's get it done. That's how it rolls. Not, the player say, okay, I want to go here. Then all of a sudden we showing up. No, we already did the groundwork. And then you give him time to think about it. And then if that's what it is, that's what it is. Big contract does not just take a month. Does not just take 2 days and then you're done. It takes a long time. So I'm looking at it as, okay, there's some slight blessing in disguise here where maybe we could put in 2 more people come in before they go to Japan. Right. And it will be needed because still some players are going to move on. And I think after tomorrow, we're going to start seeing the players that's going to move on.
When do we fly?
I think they will fly maybe next week.
Okay, so there's time. Okay, I
There's
thought they
time,
were
yeah.
flying out maybe like Monday night or something.
No, no, no. I think there's time. I think there's time because like Dustin was, I said there's 13 days between tomorrow and the next one.
Yeah.
So I don't think before club used to be right after the game, they're on the plane, they're gone. I think this one I'll say maybe I'll give them Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday they fly. So there is time. But I agree with you. I would have hoped we had at least one new attacker because it's not fair for whoever's working with Darwin because Darwin is not going to stay. Let's be honest, he's not staying. Whether he's going to Napoli or wherever, he's not staying. So it would have been nice if we had our number one option in the attack moving forward so that we can get everything ready. Big up to Trigger TV. Good to see you, brethren. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. People, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to Anfield Irishman's channel. And of course, we are 7 away, people. We are 7 away, 7 away. Right now, everybody watching, I'm pretty sure if you haven't subscribed and you go right now and subscribe, we will get to 500 today before the show is over. And our goal, let's get to 30 likes minimum. 30 likes minimum, people. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. He said, in terms of formation, seeing a box midfielder would be cool. He did last preseason. I think we're going to see that. And that was something that Zuberi mentioned, that we played without an attacker last preseason. So that could be something that we see tomorrow.
We did against Man City, Quasi, in the league.
Oh, yes. And we did against Man City. Yes, you're right. I think that's something that we may see tomorrow. That box.
I think it was Jones and Szoboszlai, wasn't it?
Correct. And they played very well. That game.
Szoboszlai played very well.
Oh my God, that game. The defensive structure. They were focused. They did not give City a. Haaland didn't get a shot until what? The 80th minute.
Haaland who?
So yeah, tomorrow, yeah. Do you reckon to see the same thing? Because I mean, Nunez will play maybe just to get him fit, so that possible interested clubs will look at him again.
I don't know. He's almost one of those guys that if I wanted someone to buy him, I don't know if I'd play in him as the best shop window.
You don't want them to change their mind?
Yeah, but it looks like Napoli are playing. I don't know if it's a game, but they're playing brinkmanship now. Saying they're going away to this other. They're going to buy this other player. Deal is off.
I think they want him. What's the name? Conte is a creature of habit. He doesn't. Whatever he wants, he usually get. That's why he keeps quitting football teams, because when he wants a player he doesn't get, he gets upset and then quit.
Yeah, so what do you think then is the out? Because we were talking about players not going.
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried that there's going to be 2 or 3 players on that plane that we really were hoping weren't going to be on that plane?
I think. Okay,
and so do you bring them?
I think there's some players that they're gonna are probably looking at the exit door, but they're gonna go anyway because they need to stay fit. And there could be that the deal, one of those 50-50 deals that you're not sure if it will materialize. And then they get there, and all of a sudden, like look at the Chelsea players. What, 2 or 3 of them are in America, and then they had to go elsewhere, and others have to join them, right? So I kind of see something like that happening. And the main player is Nunez. The second one for me is Tsimikas, and the third one is Chiesa for me.
Well, look, Quasi, all I'm saying is this, right? Look, you go in, I'm sure a lot of people have gone from the UK, London, wherever it might be, over to the Far East, over to Asia. I'm pretty sure they'll all tell you there's a little stop off in the Middle East on the way. So on that little stop off in the Middle East, you just get Darwin and you get Diaz. You get him off the plane. You get 150 million from him in Riyadh or wherever it is you stop over, and you fly on to Hong Kong with your 150 million. You leave Diaz and Nunez in Dubai on the stopover. It'll stop over in Dubai. So that's what we do. We only buy them tickets as far as Dubai.
No, I mean, The thing is, there is a lot of interest in the Saudi for those two guys. The question is, those players want to be there. You know what I mean? That is where I think where we stuck right now, because big up to Towson and big up to Lee Wiskid. That's the problem we have with Diaz and Nunes. There's two teams out there who want to pay top dollar, like they say out here, but those brothers want to be in Europe. Bayern knows how much Liverpool wants, but they're playing, you know, 40-14 or whatever they're doing over there. And Napoli is doing the same thing, thinking that, you see, this is the thing with Napoli that's annoying me. When it comes to their players, they want the money that they request. But then when it's time for them to buy something, they're doing a wheeling dealing. That owner in Napoli is one of the worst people to negotiate when you want to buy a player from him. Look what he's doing to Osimhen right now. The money is ready. The Galatasaray has given them the bank guarantee. We will give you 70 million. He's like, nah, I want 75. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, then maybe that's why Liverpool's waiting. Maybe that's why Liverpool's waiting. When you get your money for Osimhen, you better give us ours. You see what I mean? I think that's why Liverpool's waiting. Liverpool's like, okay, we know that you're going to get some money for this guy. Guarantee 70 million? Oh, you better give us 55 for those 70. So I think that's why the whole thing is, I think when Osimhen will be the first domino, right? When Osimhen, when Osimhen goes to Galatasaray, it seems like Galatasaray is the only club that is serious. Actually, there was a Saudi team, but he chose not to go to. But right now in Europe, Galatasaray is the one that wants him. Like, they will pay everything that he wants, and it seems like he likes it.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's because I keep hearing Romano keeps saying it's wages. Romano says he could be at this club, this. He could have been at Chelsea, Arsenal, Bayern, but it always came down to wages. I don't know. Why do you think no one else is like Galatasaray?
So Mourinho is in Galatasaray, right? And Mourinho likes those type of players, same as Conte. Now, Galatasaray, should I say the Turkish league, they're trying to build that league. So they have lost a lot of superstars in their league, right? So they will pay for anything, and I'm pretty sure that
he's Fenerbahce.
Oh, it's Fenerbahce? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, but no, yeah, he's Fener.
But the reason why this is the thing that people need to understand. These European clubs are turning to just like the American NFL, NBA teams. They don't want a headache, man. They will pay you the money, but they don't want a headache. Now, Osimhen's problem...
Buruk.
Exactly.
Okan Buruk is the Gala manager, so whoever that is.
Oh, okay. Napoli, that was not Osimhen's fault. There's the Napoli's media who were trying to be funny and did that racist thing on him. That's not Osimhen's fault. But he has a situation where his attitude, I mean, if rumors are to be believed, he has a behavior attitude problem. The same thing that's why Liverpool and a lot of other clubs did not go after Yves Bissouma. Remember, at one point, Yves Bissouma was like the Kante, the next Casado. Everybody was talking about him when he was at Brighton. And then when it was time for everybody to go after him, everybody was like, yeah, he's good, but... And then Spurs were the only one who got him. And you've seen all these outside legal things that he got himself caught up into, right? He's doing better now, but the thing is, like I said, the big clubs, they don't want a headache. They don't care how good you are. They do not want a headache. Do you think Chelsea wants to pay $350,000 a week, and then you come in and then you're like, oh, I'm not happy. If you don't play the way I want, then we have a problem. It's the managers' league now. Managers have control of 99% of the clubs these days. Look what Enrique did for PSG. And that's what owners are looking at now and said, that's what we want. Gone are the days of players' power. Look at Manchester United, how player power has done to them. They still stuck 10 years, right? So, yes, I don't think the wages are always the problem. If the person is good, pay the wages. But I'm not paying you all these wages, and then there's always something that you challenging the system. Oh, I don't want to play this way. People forget Dembele was on the bench in January. Enrique told him he had an attitude problem. He didn't want to play the way I wanted. He sat him down. What did Enrique say when Mbappe left? And then look what he has accomplished. So owners are looking at it and said, let's put the power in the manager's hand. What do you say about that?
That's it, because I was kind of thinking along opposite lines. In certain way, yeah, definitely in some ways like that. But just a thought occurred to me, because you were talking about player power, right? And I was thinking that's a phrase you used to hear a lot back in the day.
Yeah,
you used to hear that phrase a lot back in the day when players would run dressing rooms and all this stuff. I think, geez, I haven't heard someone use that phrase in a long time now. Player power. And I think in some ways that's been taken away by taking away the whole idea of a manager, an overarching guy who's in control of absolutely everything. The old-fashioned manager that was
Right.
he basically he hired the guy to clean the car park, to the tea ladies. He ran everything. He decided absolutely everything.
Yes.
By taking away that and by adding more like layers, like corporate layers almost to it, you're adding more and more and more filters. And so the manager, the players that are being brought through aren't necessarily all being brought through by the same guy. It's being brought through by people, and there's layers to it. And so you don't get a group of guys handpicked by the same manager because they have the same kind of traits that he likes, and they kind of end up becoming power groups. I think maybe that's something that's happened. That kind of the layering of it now has taken away that kind of, they'll make up that stupid leadership group name now. Like there's, dressing rooms have always had leadership groups. Teams have always had leadership groups. You didn't need to call it a leadership group for someone to know who the top dogs were and who the people you should be setting the standards were.
Right.
Calling it a leadership group is just like corporate speak nonsense to me. Everyone knows who the main men are, and they know who they are as well. They don't need to be told. So it's interesting because I think you do have, because we've a lot of talk about players are under contracts down now, but that's only a very few select.
Right.
It's a very few select. Oh, everyone's doing it now. Everyone's doing it now. Okay, tell me who. Mbappe did it a while ago. Trent's done it. Who else is? What other huge players are running down their contracts and walking away from free? They're taking one small thing and blowing it up. And this is the new way of things now.
Right.
There's 10,000 footballers out there. Most footballers will prefer to have 3, 4 all the time left on their contract. So if I break my leg tomorrow, I've got that security.
That's the security.
These big boys, a couple of the big boys, they feel they can take the risk to run their contract down to zero, that they don't get injured, and then they will be guaranteed a move to Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Right.
Most players don't want to end up with no time left on their contract. They want to always have money in the bank, and so. I think it's this whole idea about contracts and players run them down. I think it's more for a few select. I don't think it's becoming a new reality.
No, in terms of the contract side, but I'm thinking in terms of clubs taking control, because at one point it was ridiculous. Like, do whatever the player want, do whatever the player want, do whatever the player want, right? And money. I mean, remember when QPR had money? The new owner had money, and he bought all these players, and they came in. Look what they did to them. They got relegated.
It
was
so Indian family.
Yeah, it was so sad. I mean, players were coming in, didn't want to go to practice. Like, you don't want to do that. Look at Manchester United. Last time I was on your show, I had a debate about Pogba and Balotelli. Owners don't want that anymore. Yeah, they bring money in terms of commercial, but it doesn't help because right now the on-field is more important, because the on-field gives them marketability, right? You get sponsorship. How good you are on the field brings more money from outside, because the money they make at the gates is not money. That's just to keep up the grounds. But if you do well and people want to watch you, that means now look at Amazon coming and say, okay, we want to do a series. That's a lot of money. A lot of commercial deals are coming in for you. So for a club to do that, you need to have a club that is all in one accord. That's why Liverpool went back and beyond to keep Salah, because economy of Salah is ridiculous in the Middle East, right? He rivals Ronaldo and Messi when it comes to in terms of Middle East. And getting Virgil, best center back in the world, that is also a big time. So losing Trent, okay, it hurts, but you got 2 out of the 3. And then just to make it even crazy, you went and got somebody for 100 million. So now people are looking like, okay, these guys are serious now. But, bringing it back to Osimhen, it's a very good question. Why, I think I know Selassie was making, tongue in cheek, but he was talking about BBLs and hair transplants. So these clubs in Turkey have a lot of money, which is true. They have always had money. It's just that superstars were not going there. They were just going there to retire. But then when the emergence of the Chinese league and the Saudi league came in, they brought more money. So now the Turkish league started losing all these players. You see what I mean? So it's funny. I was watching some Nigerians, and Liverpool Nigerians, as in Liverpool, Nigerian fans Liverpool fans who are from Nigeria, and a lot of them were saying, "No, we don't want Osimhen at Liverpool." So then I'm like, that's why I was telling people it's not only just me, because everybody say I like Ghana Jollof more than Nigerian Jollof. That's why I don't want Osimhen. That's not that. It's just Osimhen from day one. I'm like, he's good. He has the power. He can bully some center backs. You put him in the right. You play according to his strength. You will win games. But this is the Premier League. You cannot do that. Liverpool, people always, you listen to Don Robbie and these Arsenal copycat. They're like, well, if Salah was injured, you guys would never. I'm like, bro, Salah scores a lot of our goals, but our team is not predicated on only Salah. People forget that a season ago, Salah got injured for 2 months, and we were still competing for the league. It just happens to be that Salah is just that dog, and he knows how to do what Salah does. He's a world-class elite player. So
I think you're going to see the spread. I think you're going to see the biggest spread of goals in this team next season since we've had in a long time. I think it's going to be the first season in a while where we really take that goal scoring burden off Salah, and he'll probably. I wouldn't be surprised to say Salah will score fewer goals next season, league goals, but us as a team will score more.
Yep, I agree.
I think we'll just take a little bit of that burden off of him having to score 30 odd goals, 25 goals. I think he's going to drop off much, maybe 2, but I think us as a team, it will go, and we've needed to do that for Quasi Gakpo. I love Gakpo, great finisher. Only want to see him off the left though. He's 26 now, Quasi. Gakpo's 26 years of age. He needs to step up and be the main guy in a team. If he's ever going to be a main guy, well, what's going to happen when he's 27?
Mm-mm.
That's at the other side of your career. He's not 23 anymore. He's not, he's not.
Yeah.
This is the time. If Diaz
Mm-hmm.
goes, some of his age has to. He's always been doing well,
Right.
but now just
Even next
18,
level.
19 goals,
Mm-hmm.
32 games,
Mm-hmm.
starts in the Premier League, all that, and become a guy that, like I say, when the average person who isn't a Liverpool fan say
Mm-hmm.
to him, "Oh, how do you think Liverpool at the weekend?" Oh, sure, well, look, it'll be Gakpo and Salah up front, the usual. They always score. That kind of be that guy,
Mm-hmm.
not like, oh, Gakpo, yeah, yeah, they have him too. It's no, 26 years of age, second season under Slot.
Mm-hmm.
Diaz obviously, kind of going out the door a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
he is capable with Carquez and Verts. Verts playing in his left hand zone, like Kurt's in the middle. Verts in the middle. Even if he starts there, he plays towards the left.
Yeah.
So with Carquez, a new left back beside him, causing havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Verts in behind him. If Gakko starts 30 plus, he should be going for that 16 to 18, 19 goal season. He should be, Quasi. He
Mm-hmm.
really has to now,
Mm-hmm.
because we know he's one of our best finishers. We
Yes.
know that. A little bit Aaron Robin esque, where he just wants to cut in and bend it in. But
Mm-hmm.
Robin scored a lot of goals doing that. So you get
Yeah.
your 10 from doing that, and pick up another 6, 7 along the way, and 8 in the Champions League, please.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to be that man now, Quasi. He's not
Yeah.
23 anymore. Gakpo is
Mm-hmm.
here a long time too. A long time
That's
Gakpo is
right.
here.
And I agree. I agree. Gakpo need to step up because if Diaz were to stay, I want to see that same hunger between them two because both of them are gonna be pivotal for their country, right? Diaz don't have really a challenger. Gakpo does. So I'm expecting Gakpo needs to step up. Like when it comes to like the main squad, couple players that I feel like needs to step up. One, Gakpo. Two, Soboslai. What was the other one? Yeah, those two players needs to, and Jones. Jones, bro, this could be your last season at Liverpool, man. This could be your last season because I don't think we will laser focus on midfield this season. But after this season, the manager is going to realize that I need to refresh a little bit in the midfield. Even though they are all young, you still something might not do right. So you'll be like, you know what? I may have to freshen up a few things.
I
Tosin said,
just
I
quickly
think.
had a look. Sorry, Quasi. I
Go
just
ahead,
quickly had
please.
a look.
Mm-hmm.
20 Gakpo in the league. This is
Mm-hmm.
just the league. 91 appearances, 25 goals. That's it. Since he's joined, he's scored 25 league goals for us. That needs to change now.
Doesn't
That
it
needs
change?
to has to needs to
Mm-hmm.
go close to 20 next year, not just
Mm-hmm.
25 and 91. No,
How
that's
many?
still
How many
giving
years
me
in here?
young player that just joined a year and a half ago vibes. That's not established Premier League
Nah,
forward
nah.
vibes.
He needs to be in the 15 range next season.
With that quality around him, man.
Yeah,
Verts,
15
Cortez.
age, 15 goals range. He need to be there. I'm talking about league alone, not all comps, right? I'm talking about league. He needs to be in the 15 range because he does get opportunities. We can't just say he doesn't. He gets opportunities. He works hard, And now that he has a new left back, that means he really will not need to do too many defensive work. And I believe the style that we're going to play is going to mirror PSG, which will allow him to be able to be on the front foot most of the time. Tosin is saying, I think he should go to the Turkish league for 65 million. Salah is generational. Facts. I foresee Verse to get double-digit goals and assists all comes next season. Oh, yeah, that is a mess. Actually, I think he's gonna be closer to 15 goals league-wise. Because Salah is gonna be banging those goals. Something tells me Florian will break Henry's 20 goals, 20. I think he will very soon. I think he will very soon. I don't know it's gonna be his first year, but I think that is gonna happen very, very soon. Even if Diaz is sold to Saudi, he still starts for Colombia in the World Cup. True.
Too right,
That's
he does.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
he will.
He
Someone
will.
brought that up the other night, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he's one of those players. I think Darwin is the same.
Mm-hmm.
If Darwin was fit and starting every game, for Al Nassr or whoever it is, he'd still get picked by Uruguay. 100% he would.
I mean, even look at what's his name, Endo. Endo went to the Saudi league and he was still playing for England national team.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I mean, and now he's still in there. After I was surprised he didn't go to Sunderland. I thought Sunderland was going to get him back. Brentford. That was a good steal because Brentford was getting to a place where they were selling all their experienced players, so they needed something. But yeah, I agree with you there, Anfield Irishman, with the 15-15 for Verts this season.
I think it is achievable, yeah.
I think it's very achievable. Yeah, I think that's very achievable. In the league,
I'm thinking really realize how good a finisher this guy is. People don't realize how much of an actual just goal scorer this guy is. He's not just a creator. This guy can score goals.
He's one of those guys who have those you play against some kids or people who just know how to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just have the technique down perfect. And you looking at someone like, shoot, if I do that, I have one gentleman that I coached, and I used to tell him, I said, bro, if I could shoot the way you shoot, I would be a professional player right now. Like he has those perfect technique. And I would say majority of the time, it's in frame. And that's how I see Verts. Verts can shoot the ball from distance.
Did you see? Like, I've been looking at compilations. I mean, do you remember the goal against Watford that Salah won the Puskas for? Where he kind of cuts in from the right and beats a couple of players.
Yeah.
Puts it in. Do you remember that one? Like, Verts scored a goal like that, and he dribbled past like 6 players. He dribbled past the same guy twice, in the box.
From the left, right?
They were sliding out. They were falling over. They were banging into each other, and he's just chipping them. He's moving them, and he just bends it into the. I can't remember. Like, and some.
And you know what I like about this kid?
Fun.
He has that same attitude towards the game as what's the name, Yamal. They just want a ball. They just want to play.
Hazard. He kind of reminds me of Eden Hazard at his best, and Eden Hazard at his peak was one of the best dribblers I've ever seen. Low center of gravity. You think he's lost it. He hasn't. He's just nutmegged you.
That's how Suarez used to be when he first came to Liverpool.
Yeah, Suarez had that thing where he'd run off you and he'd let it bounce off you and take.
You think he's falling off and somehow he doesn't fall. I'm like, bro. Yeah, those type of play, like that's the same. That's how I look at Verts when he reminds me of Suarez. He reminds me of Hazard, Yamal. They just want to play the game. They don't really just let me play. That's all they are, right? They just ball. They are just ballers. Yeah, it's just
instinct.
And he's still young. He's what, 22?
He's younger than Harvey Elliott.
Oh my God.
He's younger than Harvey Elliott. He's younger than Jarrell Kwanzaa. I know he's only a couple of months younger than Harvey Elliott, but he's younger than him. Harvey Elliott is playing in the under-21s, and people are saying, "Wow, did you say stop? You're embarrassing."
Like he's too old. People think that he's 30-something years old. Oh, I mean, he's a baby.
This guy has over 150. Harvey is close to 150 senior appearances, and he's playing well in an under-21s competition against guys with like 6 senior appearances, and people are like, "Wow, he was the best player in the tournament." He bloody should be. He should be. It's but one thing I was just going to say about Verts Quasi is that he can. There's a lot of people out there. If you look at the best dribblers on the planet, you look at all those people, like the amount of say successful take-ons for dribbles complete and all that. He's pretty. He's not like way up there. But if you look at all the people that are above him, they're all wingers. They're all got like it's much easier, not much easier, but dribbling past somebody on the wing is a lot easier than dribbling past 2-3 in the center of the pitch.
In the center, yeah.
Dribbling past people in the middle of the pitch is incredibly difficult. And he does it consistently. He can beat people out wide. But this isn't something like we haven't had since Coutinho. It's incredibly rare skill set that he has. Incredibly rare.
Do you think that's why
blow the Premier League open, man?
Bro, Irishman, I know you're not a big fan, but do you think that's why Liverpool is saying we don't want to sell Diaz right now? Because exactly what you're saying, you see that in Diaz where he's a maverick. He's tricky. He might not give you the end product, but defenders are going to be worried because if Diaz gets the ball, he's going to be dribbling. If Vert gets the ball, guess what? He's dribbling, shooting, or passing. And of course, you know what Salah is going to do. So do you think that's why Liverpool say, you know what, maybe we should just keep Diaz maybe 1 year. Let's just give him 1 year. And then he can go wherever he wants. We will not make the money. We'll probably make our money back that we bought it for him. But the manager is probably looking at him like, if I get Diaz versus Gakpo like I got last season, as much as everybody wants to give Salah the credit for winning the league, which he deserves it, but Diaz versus Gakpo was a 10. You know what I mean? It was a 10. They both scored more double digits. I think they should have done better, but what they did, they help us. But the ultimate is, if Liverpool wants to put an exclamation point on the league, you know who the player is.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And I think that's where Liverpool, I think at Liverpool's, where we are right now, that's what Liverpool needs. We need to start putting exclamation point and basically putting a fear, because it's the same thing when City did with Haaland. Bringing Haaland in was an exclamation point. Do they need him? Probably not. But guess what? He made their job way more easier than what it's supposed to be. And I think Liverpool is there right now. That's why I'm on this soapbox of Isak saying, hey, this guy needs to be at Liverpool. Ekitike is not ready yet. Maybe he could be one of those guys that 1 year, bam, 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 you'll be like, whoa, then you get lucky off that. But right now, Liverpool can't ride on luck. We need the finished article. And that's why if we get Isak into this Liverpool team as it is right now, trust me, we back-to-back becomes a reality. You say Curtis needs to pick up his socks. We can't sacrifice Trey's career for players who have stagnated. That's a very good point, actually. And that's what I want. That's why I'm saying that when it comes to Rio and Trey, especially those two, I want to see them getting more opportunities with the best squad, because it's okay for them to play against some FA, fifth round FA, but they are not playing with the best squad. If they play with the best squad and they don't play well, then you'll be like, okay, we gave you a few opportunities to play with the best team and you didn't perform. You're not ready. I get that. But we cannot predict. We cannot say, oh, they're not ready when they've never played with the best squad. Let's not forget, as much hype as Trent got when he was coming through the ranks, he played with the best squad at the time. And he never looked back. So why can't we do that for some of these youth that I believe are ready?
Would I be right in saying, Nathaniel Klein got injured. Trent came in, right? I don't think he ever lost his place again, did he?
Who? Trent?
I don't think that kid ever lost from the minute. He came into that team.
He never got injured either. He never got injured. He never got injured till the season that all the center backs fell off.
So what's that? 8 years? 6 years? 6 years in the first
2 years straight. He came in first year. We went to Champions League final. The second year, we won the Champions League. The year after that, we won the league. After that, that's when the fatigue set in, and then you could see his form has dipped. And of course, he was feeling himself a little bit. So why can't Rio or Trey get that opportunity? I'm not saying bench McAllister.
Elliott and Curtis. It's what we say about Elliott and Curtis, man.
And they have gotten more opportunities than anybody.
They've been here for years, and they can't lock a place down.
You see what I mean?
If you can't lock a place down after 3, 4, 5 seasons, then please.
Come on. You see, exactly. You know what I mean? Now, that's what I can't
that's
even
what Roe
debate
was
that.
saying as
That's a
well.
very good point, actually.
I think Roe was saying like, and if you are going to be like that as Curtis Jones, then just fucking move on because we want to try and bring Trainee through.
Mm-hmm.
Trey needs to bulk up though.
Yeah, I mean, we're still
Trey,
young.
yeah, but he's very very skinny. He definitely does need to bulk up a bit for men's football, for Premier League football.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But I see with
that's the
him,
only thing.
people like him, I mean, body type. I said people like him. Body type like him, he's never gonna get
No,
muscular unless he
no,
decides to
definitely,
do.
but just a bit more on him. He's very lightweight at the moment for
Yeah,
big.
he is.
I know, like Vieira wasn't mostly. Roy Keane wasn't huge. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to be like you don't have to be Emery Chan or something, but I
Right.
just think a little bit more, and that'll come with age as well.
And
Yeah, you
that's
don't
the
want to
thing.
do
He's
what
still
make or
young.
rich.
He's still a teenager. So until he
Yeah,
gets to his 20s, then you start seeing like, and maybe that's why they kind of like, bro, okay, he's too young. Then, bro, feed him. Give him those his EAs and BCAs and burgers all day, every day after practice, man.
get him a new contract and a personal chef and get KFC.
I think he has a new. That's the. You see, this is the thing
Every
that
day
I'm.
is cheat day.
Yeah, every day is a cheat day. His body burns.
Rio got a new contract. Rio got a new.
Rio got a new Rio got
Yeah.
a new contract. No, Rio's about to get a new contract.
Well,
Trey
when he
got his
turns
beginning of the season.
18. Yeah, when he turns 18, he can sign it, isn't it?
Yeah, Trey's about to get his. Not Trey, sorry. Rio's about to get his professional when he turned 18. What's the name? Trey got his at the beginning of the summer, I believe. So that means the club looks at him like, okay, this kid's it's they for real. They're gonna save us a lot of money, or they're gonna make us a lot of money.
I mean, it
So
was unfortunate for Nalo, genuinely unfortunate for him. Like, he came on, got sent off within 20 minutes.
oh yeah.
Leone has looked good, but it's like after that Plymouth game,
Mm-hmm.
I said to someone, I said, that's the last time you're going to see a lot of those players this year, like this season. I know some people saying that you're being a bit harsh, but I don't think so. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much the last time. Elliot, Chiesa, Leone, Rio.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much the
Yeah,
last time you saw any of those players in any meaningful way.
including Silicons.
McConnell, the Scanlon, whoever it was, the young lads came in. Mbea, that was their one shot. That was their
Mm-hmm.
chance to go out and do something, and they messed it. And that was sort of right. He's not picking kids for Premier League games. Sorry.
Nah.
Show me which manager is. No manager is, by the way.
No. But do you think?
Arteta doesn't pick them.
Let me be a devil's advocate here, real quick. Do you think last year he's like he got into a momentum and he's like, okay, let me keep going. So he didn't want to take too much risk, right? Now that he has won the league, he has a boulder off his shoulders. Yes, he's spending money, but so that's what he's supposed to do after winning the league. But do you think now he's gonna he's gonna take more risk, bringing because you could see he have said it in different occasions about rotations.
Yeah.
Right. So do you think this year he's gonna take more risk, give some of these kids, our favorite kids, more opportunity in big games? Not high
No.
risk game, but like, for instance, if you're playing Crystal Palace or
No.
West Ham or things like that, do you think he's gonna take risk in giving certain players opportunities so that others can rest?
No.
Mm.
No. Not for kids. A couple of changes. Like, I think he will rotate more, but
Mm-hmm.
I think like he got a lot of stick for not rotating enough last
Mm-hmm.
season. People were saying, "Oh, we would have won this, we would have won that. Maybe we would have." I don't know. Not just people on YouTube, people in the press, people,
Mm.
other ex pros, pundits.
Yeah.
I think he just looked at that squad and he said, "I reckon I could win a league with that
Mm-hmm.
15 or 16 players." And he looked at around 14 to 15 players and said, I could win a league with that team. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to try and keep Mo fit. I'm going to play him as much as possible and try and win a league. I don't think he was expecting to be criticized for only winning a league title. I think he would have maybe thought, yeah, we could have gone further, but we also topped the Champions League group without rotating that much, So I think he showed that, maybe we do need to change our mindset and remind ourselves like Mo Salah plays almost every game of the season under Jurgen Klopp, not under Arne Slot. He played 36, 37, 35 games under Klopp. Robbo played that many games under Klopp. Trent did too. Alisson, Virgil, they all played pretty much every single Premier League game under Jurgen Klopp. Klopp didn't rotate those boys. So it's not just Arne Slot that doesn't rotate them. Maybe we would have gone further, but I think he looked and said, I think if I keep that core squad of 12 with one or two around it, Jones, Endo, Simicast fit, I can win a league with that. And I'm not going to pretty much and I don't blame him for doing that. It's just, as soon as those guys came in, he's like, no, there ain't going to be room for a Ben Doak or a Scanlon or a McConnell in a Premier League game. Absolutely no chance. Because you do that and you lose that game, all those people that are calling for rotation are going to say, oh, he made a mistake in that game. You have to win league matches. And then you hear these people come out and say, oh, these guys, they're only worried about keeping their job. So they're just going to pick a team that's going to win a game. It's just fucking rewind that in your head. Just rewind out. What you've just said is a manager is going to pick the best team to win a league game, and you're trying to paint that as a negative thing. Oh, well, they'll just do anything to keep their job. They don't, as if
that's what they're there for. Oh my!
That's what they're there for. It's like, finish your thought though, because if they finish that thought and say, oh, they're only in it for them, they don't care about Liverpool. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure winning league games and winning leagues is good for the club, right? See, this guy is brought in. It's literally his job description is brought in to coach the players to win games.
That's his job. His job is to win.
It's Klopp PTSD. Quasi, a lot of people have not gotten over the fact that Klopp has left, and they don't like Arne Slot, and they can't admit it.
Let me tell you this.
They don't like him.
I've said this from day one. I've been in a group chat where somebody said, when PSG beat Liverpool, they were so excited. See, I'm like, yo, so you happy that we lost? Oh, no. I'm just saying, I want to see how he does when he has to use his own players. And then guess what? We spent 100 million on Verts, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, why didn't they spend? They didn't support Klopp." I'm like, brother.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? There are some people out there who are so upset that he won the league because guess what? It kills the agenda. There was the agenda merchant who were ready. I'm telling you, as AFTV would have had nothing on this one. They were ready, the anti-FSG, club this, this and this, and then this guy comes in and then win.
I was
and
actually
they are not happy. It's killing them. Like, it's hurting them for like, bro, what? They can't support it. And then you see them, they come, I've seen them in my chat, you've seen them in your chat, and they make excuses like, well, we need this, we need that. Why are we spending money? We're spending too much money. I'm like, wait a minute. You are the same people who say the owners don't support the manager. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Ozzy, I was impressed, dude. I was genuinely impressed by how they managed to turn it into a negative. I was genuine, and I didn't see it coming, but it was to basically see. I knew they always had money, but they just wouldn't give it the Klopp thing. I just almost had to stand up and applaud that, because look,
so how do you come
Quasi, imagine that barbershop behind you, right? Imagine that barbershop behind you is real, right? And 10 years ago, you took over that barbershop, and it was in debt. It was falling down. Hardly anything in it worked. It needed loads of stuff done to it. And one of your employees or one of the people around the corner asked why you don't put in, why you don't pay your staff $100,000 a year and send them on, 2 months holidays, right? And you go, and just, 10 years later, you start paying your staff $100,000 a year. They say, see, he always had the money. No, 10 years later, you've turned that barbershop into something that turns over millions a year. You
But
can
I
do it
have a
now
chain of them.
because of all the hard work you put in. You couldn't do it 10 years ago because you didn't have the money. But they're saying, see, I knew he could have spent that money. He was being cheap back then. He was just being cheap. It's like, no, we took a failing business. Now
and
we
turn
turned into
into
a
a
good business.
profitable.
And now we have money to spend. What's so difficult to understand about that? These people are just saying, oh, look, see, they could have done that 10 years. They could have given Klopp 100 million 5 years ago. No, we just straight up couldn't have. We couldn't have.
It's amazed me. Like, I don't want to mention names. I'll do my best. I'm gonna be good today. But I was watching a show, very popular show. We like them. Everybody watches them. As a matter of fact, yesterday, Irishman, you said I was crazy to even have my show at the same time as them people. And one person is saying, okay, I'm shameless. I'm going with my owners. And the other one is like, you could see his head spinning, trying to figure out what to say, exactly what you just say right now. Well, when we needed a center back, that's where everything went down. I'm like, brother, why are you guys acting like we were not there? We knew that from day to day, all of us were there. You guys decided to choose an agenda, and then when things were happening, you stick with the agenda, and years later, you still going back to the agenda instead of what the facts were. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm watching them, and the person is like, nah, it wasn't just the owners. The owners were the problem too, but this person was also the problem. It was just more than just one person. It was a bad decision made by a group of people. And that person was like, well, yeah, that's true. But I'm like, why are you going to say true and then say but? So that means when you say but, that means whatever you say, that's not, it's wiped out. Liverpool, just like Brian said, Liverpool, from day one, they tried the let's spend money thing, and they realized real quickly how expensive and how unsustainable it was going to be. That's why they fired King Kenny. That's why when Rodgers came in, he also spent money and he wasted it. And they said, nope, from now on, we're going to have a group of committee around you. People made fun of us. But guess what? Manchester United is doing the same thing now. And they think that they have created something that football has never seen before. If you listen to Saeed and Terry, they were like, yeah, right now, it's not just going to be the manager. It's going to be a group. Like, people, we were doing that 15 years ago, and you guys were making fun of us.
It's like he's there. We just got this brand new thing at home. Right? It's called a microwave, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Everyone's been doing that for 30 years, man. They're like, yeah. It's bizarre. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people.
And it's like they're doing their best. One of them, yes, you mentioned his name yesterday on in the chat. He said you went against this and that person. That guy, he's trying so hard. Like, he went and even flew a plane over Anfield, and he was very proud of himself, thinking that he won something.
Yeah.
And when everything has turning around and said, hey, this is the reason why like Irishman just said, this is the reason why we had to take this step, so that in the future we will be able to be in solid ground. Well, we can't give them credit because this. But like, listen, back then we couldn't. That's why we brought a specific manager to take us from this side to that side. Now we on this side, we can do this, and this. And if this manager continues to be successful, guess what? The next manager coming in, it's just going to be like a cakewalk, because the competition is not going to get easier. And we have to be one step ahead of everybody. And 2 years that we took a break, look how bad we were after that. And there's no coincidence that certain Mandem came back and all of a sudden we went from 0 to 100. Look at the decisions they made, right? They know they made a mistake. They brought the person who started this whole project. They brought him back. This project manager, like they call him in certain construction sites, right? Went in and got his dream team, his Avengers. They found somebody and they win again. We go right back to where we were, like we never left. And still people are giving us gymnastics, mental gymnastics. They were like, listen, just accept the fact that these people now know what they're doing. They know what they're doing on the field. They know what they're doing outside. Right? They know what they're doing outside.
I think they're the best in the business, Quasi.
Bro.
I think they're the best in the business. I think FSG, the one thing that they couldn't do, right? And I said, if you want to be pissed off at FSG, you can be pissed off. But just look at mission statement number 1. What they said when they came in the door, when everyone was, praising them as saviors. Maybe some weren't. But we were in the High Court about to get wound up,
Yeah.
And these people said, we won't put money into the club, as in we're not billionaires for sure. We're not roaming around.
They said it. We are not oligarchs. They say we are the rich oligarchs.
Yeah. We're not going to take money out. They've never taken a penny out of the club. They'll make it when they sell it. They've never taken a penny out of the club. They've never put a penny in, which sounds bad.
Yeah.
But John Henry did give the club a loan of 100 million to buy the new stands, and then people will say,
you don't understand how business works.
But yeah, and people say, Quasi, I bet he'll want that money back. And say, yes.
Hell yeah, he want it back.
Yes, he does. But guess what?
No interest.
That is a trick. It's a trick that a lot of owners use to basically take money out of a club. They will say, loan a club £100 million, and they'll stick 30% interest on it, and they'll get 130 million back out of the club. John Henry gave it as an interest-free loan. So he gave the club 100 million, and all the club has to do is give him back that 100, which is they are legally obliged to do as well, by the way.
Yep.
So, but he didn't make a penny off that loan, even though that money is much older when he gets it back. Those are now banned, by the way. Owners can't make interest-free loans to clubs because it's
they banned that stuff, huh?
Yeah, they've been stopped now as well. So, he has put money into the infrastructure. Would you rather him put 100 million quid in to buying a new fucking stand and building a new training ground, which sets us up for the future, or taking £100 million punt on a player who might not work out and you end up with a Pogba or a Hazard at Real Madrid? Or do you want to secure the future of the club? Everything in this club is now built on concrete. The stadium can be redone, can be improved. But it's basically a brand new stadium, brand new training ground. There's money in the bank, and all the commercials are flying. This is why we can spend money now. This is why we couldn't spend this money 7 years ago.
When your infrastructure was dying, that's when you want to go. See, this is what people don't think.
Brand new stadium, brand new training ground, perfectly run club. No debt, no PSR, no investigations, no FFP stuff. We're golden, and we can spend up to 400 million this year.
And still be below PS.
And what do people want to do? People want to say, "Oh, well, you didn't do it 5 years ago." Well, get to.
If we did it 5 years ago, you don't get verts now.
We'd be in bankrupt now. We'd probably be bankrupt, or we'd had 10-point deductions, or.
People see, this is the thing of what people do. They want to drive that Lamborghini, and then their car is in the parking lot of an apartment complex where the car is gonna get stolen. Right, the car is gonna get stolen, and every day they're calling the police. Hey, my rims got stolen. Oh, this what happened. People are forgetting that Liverpool, at one point, we could not keep a player for the life of us. Every summer, we are dreading that somebody's leaving. Now, players don't want to leave. Players want to come. Yes, we have Trent and Ibu, that the situation looks like, okay, they're going to leave. Okay, it happens. There's players who left Madrid. Didn't Ronaldo leave Madrid? Didn't Messi leave Barcelona? So eventually, once in a while, you're going to swing and you're going to miss. But the part where people didn't get that these guys wanted to build it from the ground up. The same thing they've done it to Boston Red Sox, which 86 years, they've never won anything until these people showed up. And they won it 3 times. They can go another 86 years again.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? This is the part where, yes, did they do a lot of things wrong? Yes, because it's called learning pains. You got to learn. You can't just show up and think that you're going to do this. Look at how much money the Sheik had to waste before he got Guardiola. And even when he got Guardiola, he could not even win the ultimate prize until they learned how to win.
Yeah.
You see, that's the
There's
thing.
no
People
perfect
don't.
process.
There's
There's
no
no
perfect
perfect process
process.
in sport. Not in
And guess
sport.
what? This is the thing, and this is where sometimes I believe about the red cartels. Then, if City did not put that kind of money in, they would have never be where they are right now. If they were trying to do it like quote unquote the right way, because they didn't have that infrastructure like Manchester United and Liverpool had. But right now, Liverpool, let me teach people something. When J-Dub gave Liverpool that loan, if Liverpool had gone to the bank, do you know what the interest would have been, people? We would have still be paying the Dagley standoff. That new stand that they just did recently would have never been made. The training center would have still been Melwood. And the part where a lot of people say, oh, well, they were trying to trademark Liverpool. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
That
foot
means
and mouth. Look, a foot in the mouth moment, a bit of a dumbass moment. Yeah, sorry, bad. Yeah, silly thing to do. We should. It. I mean, look, like as I've always said with those guys, the best thing about them is, I think what they're the best in the business at is identifying and hiring the best people.
Yeah.
They know, like John Henry can buy a car company tomorrow. He's not a car person. He knows that, but he owns a car company. So he's going to hire somebody to run it, and he's going to give them control. That's what asset management companies do. They acquire companies, they put management structures and teams in place, and say, we're a bunch of guys from Boston. We've just bought a printing company. We don't know anything about printing. You're the guys that know stuff about printing. Apparently, you're the best in the world at printing stuff. Here's your budget. They go and they massively support management because it's good for them, right? They don't want it to fail. But they don't run it themselves. They go out and they hire people
Who
who
knows
are
better?
experts at running football clubs, our printing companies, our car companies, and they put them in place. That sounds easy, right? They go out and I think they consistently hire the best people: Hughes, Edwards, Klopp, Ian Graham, all these people, Ward behind the scenes. That's to me what they've shown. They know. John Henry knows he couldn't tell a corner kick from a fucking prawn sandwich, right? He doesn't know anything about football, right? He goes once or twice a year. He's not going to pretend to. He's not going to get. He's not going to say, "Don't ring me up asking if we should buy a new midfielder." Like that's why I hire you. I give a huge budget, but I also give you autonomy. I allow you to make decisions, and you live quasi. If you're running Liverpool for me, and if you're going to live and die by your decisions, and I'm going to give you all the money, you're going to have the power to make those decisions. It's not like you have to give me a phone call at the end and go, I've decided to do this. Is that okay? I'm like, quasi, you're the man in charge. You do it. If it doesn't work, you're going to pay for it with your job. But they've always hired the best people, and they let them get on with it, I think. And that's what it's just when this club now is to be sold tomorrow, someone comes in, it's like your house. The roof doesn't need to be fixed. It's got brand new aircon. It's got brand new windows. It's got brand new everything. It's perfect. There's no debt on it. It's the best house on the street. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to move into it. It's perfect. There's not this club now before. Oh, they got it for 300 million. Now it's worth 4 billion. What do you think he did? Just snapped his fingers and made it worth 4 billion? You have to put some fucking work in.
People get upset that the club was worth 4 billion because now they can sell and make more money. Duh.
How do you think it got there?
How do you think it got
putting
there?
a cover over in the garage and waiting for 10 years when now it's worth 4 billion? You got to fix it up. You got to get it perfect.
Anyway, big up yourself, Irish man. Man, thank you so much for coming through, man. Thank you for helping this show much better.
I've got a show in about half an hour. If anybody's looking for a show,
yeah, people,
in about half an hour. Make
sure you go to Anfield Irishman. Like I said, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Please subscribe to his channel. Please do subscribe because we try to build this community up, man. We need to get the right people saying the right things a lot of the times because we got way too many people just talking trash and taking your money. So we promote only the right ones. We're doing it organically, and Even if it takes a long time, like Liverpool, we're going to do it because when we get there, you guys don't go anywhere. My community, my day ones have always been solid with me. Wherever I go, they see me, they give me love. So I want the same thing for my brother, Irishman. He said, started from soybean and corn companies, Quissy. Yep. Club was too loyal to his players, and maybe it was him who was against the big signings and not FSG as
Yeah,
Edwards.
that's the
Bro,
argument.
if we
That's the
start that
argument.
conversation, we'll be here 3 hours.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're not saying that club did not do a great job. The job that club did is amazing. Like a lot of clubs have spent 2 to 3 times as much trying to do what club did. But at the same time, club in certain situations made it harder than what it should have been. And we all know that. I think FSG is no longer targeting Manchester United by Real Madrid in terms of commercial revenue. I've been saying that, and one of these days, Irishman and myself, we're going to debate it because that is a conversation every time we talk, we debate. I think in terms of yearly income statement, Liverpool has surpassed Manchester United.
They did last year,
And
it's usually about neck and neck, but we've done it
yeah.
twice in the last 3 years,
Yes.
and that's the first time since Premier League began.
And let me say it again, people. In terms of yearly income statement, is different from the total brand. Okay, the total brand, mind you, is still a juggernaut, as shit as they've been for all these years.
Yeah, they're huge.
But that is not sustainable. Eventually, if they go the same route they're going right now, the bottom is going to fall off. Manchester United used to have an insurance company who used to sponsor them, AIG. AIG was considered too big to fail. Yeah, go back and see what happened to them in 2006. So yes, you could be big, but anything can happen. Oh, if you're on this side of my pond, there used to be a company named Blockbuster. What happened to them now? Gone. So yes, Liverpool, the trajectory that Liverpool is going through, we are getting into the echelon of Real Madrid, Dallas Cowboys, the Red Sox, Manchester United, Los Angeles Lakers, Dodgers actually. Dodgers, the Yankees. Okay, these are the powerhouses in terms of sports. Yeah, as much as we love Liverpool and as much as we think Liverpool is the biggest club in the world, that's the realm that Liverpool is getting to. So the statement that Ro is saying, it's really, really big, because if we get to the Madrid, then yes, every year, Manchester United, Liverpool, Madrid, Dallas Cowboys, Lakers, New York Knicks, Boston Celtics, the Red Sox, Yankees, and I said Cowboys, right? The Dodgers. And I think now the new kid on the block is Golden State Warriors. Those are the powerhouses in terms of sports entertainment. So when we tell people to calmate or calm down and watch these people do their job, that's exactly why we say that, because there is levels to this. Yes, our history can rival any sports any ball club on the planet. That's true. Our history, when it comes to that level, yes, we are on the same level as Real Madrid. I think we surpassed Barcelona. We're on the same level as Bayern Munich and those type of clubs. But when it comes to branding, Liverpool is a step below those things. And that's why I want us to surpass Manchester United and then get to the realms of Real Madrid and them clubs. So yes, that is a very valid statement there, I think. Do you agree with what Rose said there, Irishman?
Yeah, I think the point to be made in it is that right now we're outstripping Man United. Like Real Madrid, if you talk commercial revenue, Real Madrid make about $1 billion. Man City make about 900 million. Then it's sort of Barcelona, us, PSG, Bayern Munich. and then Man City. But we'll outstrip Man United when we're where we are. But if we were down in 10th and they were in 9th, they'd be making a lot more than us.
Yeah.
So because they've had that commercial revenue built in over 25 years now. It took us longer to pick up. So we need more 4, 5, 6 years of sustained success to say that even if we had 2 bad years, we'd still make as much money worldwide as they would. So we can't really sustain a drop off at the moment. I don't think in the way that they can, because you've seen it now. Like they are literally still, commercially they earn almost as much as anybody else in the world, even though they finished 80. They're still absolutely enormous commercially. They make a ton of money. I don't know if we could sustain 2, 3 years of 11 to 9 to 4 kind of
we
stuff.
can do that.
We need to build in that kind of, we need sustained success over the next 5, 6, 7 years to get to that kind of level. But we are, PSG and Man City are 2 highest earning clubs in the world, and we all know where that's coming from. That's just inflated. So, in true income, it is Madrid. Madrid are the only club that make more than $1 billion a year commercially in football, and we're up around the kind of 800 million mark max. So we're still a fair. 200 million a year is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But we're in the top 5, the top 6, depending on where it goes. But we're definitely up there, and I think we could be top 3.
Yeah. At this at this rate in the next 5 years, if we keep it up, we are in that realm of Real Madrid, Manchester United, Barcelona is technically not there. They're just there by default because of the tourism.
And the size of that new stadium. When people were talking about stadiums earlier, it kind of got to a point where one of the big reasons back in the day why Man United were earning a lot more than was simply down to the size of their stadium.
The size of the stadium, yeah.
Right. It kind of got to a point where the size of the stadium wasn't hugely important. But now that's coming back a little bit again, because what you have to figure out is, like with these all you have to put in is 2 rings of corporate boxes, which can go from 10 grand to 100 grand a match. And that's 50, 60, 70, 80 million in corporate income. So the stadiums are starting to come back into it in terms of the amount of corporate income. Bums on seats, normal fans, not so much, But Bournemouth has 11,000. If Man City have 80,000, then obviously they're going to blow them out of the water that way. But the corporate money that's been spent in stadiums is now starting to be very significant again, as well.
But there's the thing. There's the part where you have to give props to Daniel Levy, making the stadium into multifaceted.
That thing they're after building, that's like something from the future, quasi.
That's NFL turns into NFL stadium. It turns into
the pitch can go in and out,
and then our concert, and that's why Liverpool. That's why Liverpool's doing it too. Having concerts there, it brings money. That's the part where a lot of times people did not get when FSG was making certain moves. People did not get it. The branding of Liverpool. I know a lot of people don't get it. The whole point wasn't for FSG to make money. Eventually, yes, they will make money if they sell. But what they were trying to do was making sure that if anybody uses the Liverpool brand, which was the club's brand, not the city, because you can't brand the city, right? That means anybody who uses the Liverpool club name, you pay us money. That was the whole point of what they were trying to do. If I was to bring in American business ideology into this, right? That's what they were trying to do. People did not get it.
It's always a bad idea, by the way.
It's not a bad idea because they didn't properly.
No, it's always a bad idea to put it into a conversation about English football to start. Well, in the American business world, no,
right.
No, no, but.
No, that's true.
No, I did not go see Dua Lipa. I did not go see Dua Lipa at Anfield.
And then look at this way. Even when they were talking about bringing in, I know people didn't get it. When they were talking about furlough, using the government to pay for certain things, unemployment. Here we call it unemployment.
Right word. Yeah, that's called furlough.
people didn't know that that money was not the government's money. That was the people's money. Because when you, I don't know, okay, maybe you could explain that to me. Here, when I pay taxes, guess what? I pay something called unemployment. In a case where there's a unforeseeable catastrophic situation where I can't work, either I get fired or we had the pandemic, you get money. That money is not the government say, oh, we like you, Kwesi, so much, so here. No, that was me putting in it. Does that make sense? So it was basically my savings that they giving to me back.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing, because I was listening to it, but then I watched it. I said, wait, did McDonald's also do furlough? And nobody said anything about McDonald's. McDonald's is a 200 times bigger corporation than Liverpool. But they can give furlough, but Liverpool cannot. That made no sense. And those employees pay into that. That is their own money. It's not the government's money. But the idea is that it's easy to demonize entertainment or football clubs than to demonize McDonald's and KFC. They do the same thing.
But that's the thing, Kwasi. We're here doing a YouTube show or a podcast about Liverpool Football Club, not McDonald's. Why? Because football is not McDonald's.
True.
Football is different. Football is more emotional. So if your football club, like let's say, for instance, a certain player that's been in the news in the last couple of weeks, if he worked for Microsoft, nobody's really going to care about that. But he played for a Premier League football club. So now that's a huge thing. So, because when you bring football into it, football isn't McDonald's. It's not Microsoft. It gets human then, and it gets real then for people. So, but yeah, that was one of those things. It was whenever they made a massive foot in their mouth moment, they always kind of went, okay, right, we got it wrong. That was the thing about FSC. They always said, yeah, look, we got that wrong.
Yeah.
I know there was the apology video, whatever kind of thing. It's a bit cheesy or whatever, but they've always said, yeah, do you know what? They put their hands up. They said, you know what? We call that one wrong. Again, sometimes things are just cultural. You know,
yeah,
I could go to America and
yes.
I could go to America and I could be doing something and people say, oh, look, we don't really, that kind of thing.
Right.
Sorry, didn't realize, you know. Cool, yeah, sorry, I didn't realize it wasn't appropriate, but and they're just like, cool, we didn't realize that wouldn't go down very well, so do you know what, we're not going to bury our heads in the sand, or we're not going to pretend we didn't do it, we're going to just reverse it. That's what everyone wants, right? They've always reversed when they've made decisions. They haven't moved. They rebuilt Anfield without moving it, without shutting it down. Once Barcelona had to go and play at a 10,000 seater stadium for it, we've got basically a brand new football ground. Without, if it was up to those guys, Hicks and Gillette, we'd have some monstrosity in the middle of Stanley Park sharing with Everton.
All they did was put a shovel on the ground. That was it.
Yeah, that's it, man. The shovel, the famous shovel in the ground, But we are absolutely golden, Kwasi, as a club. I know the only thing that some people would have wanted was a fast forward button on it.
Yeah,
I know that's all. But then we also have to say, we're all sitting here, all these people are sitting here crying out for Man City to be demoted, relegated,
and we would be on the list. We would have been on that list.
But then but they're also saying, but why didn't we could have won more? Could we? Well, we had to go to 98 to 99 to nearly 100 points just to go toe to toe with these guys.
People don't understand. I mean,
is that FSG's fault?
That's not their fault.
That's
the thing. This is the thing that I also tell people. As much as we said this is what we had to do, remember they also say, bro, we also have to do this. Otherwise, we don't win those 2 or 3 league titles. We're like, they had the better. I won't say better team. They had the most money. They spent more money. They did everything to be better than everybody else. But yet there was another club that was right on their neck and said, if you blink twice, it's a wrap. As a matter of fact, if you blink once, it's a wrap.
Do you know when I think the whole world should have known what was happening? I kind of knew when they went to Manchester. Now I know he was only on loan there, but when they went to Manchester United and just took Carlos Tevez and put up. I mean, if you didn't think these guys were going to put down 200 grand a week, isn't going to do it. How about 300 grand a week?
Man.
How about 350?
Remember the season where they brought Santa Cruz, they brought Robinho, they brought all these what's the name? Adebayor, they brought they spent $1 billion before they even started winning. And guess
all those
what?
players that got moved on, none of them
none of them stayed. They didn't make any money on any of those players.
Company is the only one that stuck around. I think of all the guys that they brought in, like real early doors, Company
was the main one. Yep.
Zabaleta hung around for a while. He was still there on the Pep. But yeah, they went in, spent about 400, 500 million, then raised the profile, then got rid of all those people, then got serious. Yaya Toure, David Silva.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Aguero, Silva, and Yaya Toure.
But see, when those guys, when they started getting those guys, they had found the right front office. You know, they were starting to do it right. They realized that, okay, we need to do this correctly. Otherwise, eventually it's going to catch up to us. That's when FFP started coming out. So they were like, oh, shoot, we need to do this right. Same thing with PSG. Coming up front of the class, PSG. We used to call them Hollywood. That's what they used to call them. Until they did it right. Until they started winning.
Yeah, they just threw the money at it at the start. Just you throw money at it, get it to where it needs to be. Make mistakes along the way. But just throw money. And then eventually we'll have gotten the people in here because they couldn't bring it all. But if they didn't have that time at the start to just throw hundreds and hundreds
they did try and error for months. We didn't have that.
They just bought everybody they wanted, bought them, sold them, got rid of them. We've never been like that.
We could not do that.
No, you have to get it right. You have to at least try and get it right.
People don't get it. They're like, oh, well, this I
they did. Robinho, they did, man. They tried. They hijacked. Robinho thought he was signing for Chelsea. He even said it, and he even got it wrong in the unveiling interview. He thought he was signing for Chelsea. He was on the verge of going to Chelsea, and they came in. They'd just been bought. They only got really taken over on transfer deadline day, basically. And out of nowhere, just Robinho, go and get him. But
anyway,
yeah, we got Konchesky.
Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow we all supporting PSG. That's all it is. I said it. Anyway, big out to Mandem, man. People, thank you so much, Irishman. Appreciate you. Please go to Anfield Irishman channel and please subscribe. Thank you for everybody who came in today and support us. Appreciate you guys. Big out to everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow, enjoy the game. Oh, a lot of games tomorrow. Wow. Beautiful tournament. We will be back. Crazy Bold. Peace.